Ken, I'm going to start with you. This is, I think I just wrote down 10 of the last 11 or 10 of the last 12. 10 of the last 12, 5 of the last 6. And the last couple, of course, totally different opponents. But yet, offensively, was it 95 the other night, 91 tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Is this starting to look like an offensive juggernaut team? You just kind of come down and it gets rolling, and it's hard to stop. The ball movement and everything at some point gets real fluid. Does it look like that when you're out there too?
Yeah, especially with the way these two teams played. I think they just left us really open in like certain spots, and then we just kind of exposed that tonight.
48.6% from the field. You took 10 shots, which is probably a little high for you, but still, when you're taking 10, obviously you're feeling like that's 10 of them that you saw that you should take, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still, and I didn't see as much of it tonight, you're still in a deal where you almost look to pass it before you shoot?
I think it's kind of just nature for us to do that, but like our coach is kind of trying to break us up with that because we
Somebody
kind of
do
pass
one to
too
you
much.
in the lane, it's like, just shoot it.
Yeah.
And they went back to you, I don't know who it was, it may have been you, Savannah. But,
yeah.
you know, it's just, so, I mean, it's not a bad thing, especially when you've got a 28-16 assist to turnover ratio. I mean, I'm sure Tammy just looks at that and glows because that's huge. Savannah, did you feel like offensively in the last 2 games it's really starting to get into, you know, not even such a rhythm, but even a flow? I mean, to where when there's certain 5 or certain, I'll say 7 or 8 players on the floor, you almost know exactly what every other person is going to do and where they're going to be. Does it feel that way?
Yeah, I think we have like a lot of good team chemistry right now, and we know when people are going to cut and stuff. And then we've definitely worked on teams playing us zone. So our emphasis has been going to the high post, which is where Kiwi's open a lot. So we're like shoot the ball because we want her to. Like our team's going to do good when good things happen when it gets there.
Would you guys prefer somebody play you zone defense or man up on you?
I think we prefer for them to play us man because we have so many different weapons for our man offense, but we've like since people have been playing us zone because it's hard to scout all our man offense, then we're definitely liking it right now.
What about you yourself? And I'll use the same analogy I did with Courtney Smith the other night. You've had about 4 really good games in terms of scoring and even other stats. 11 assists tonight, 3 steals, and yet you're not really out there as a quote designated scorer, are you? It's, I don't know if anybody really is. Maybe Little Smith, that's what I call her. She's more of a designated scorer than anybody. So you're not out there as a designated scorer. It's just a matter of making a decision at the right time. Is that what would, I mean, do you feel comfortable, and does it just come, you know, like that, where it could be 4 or 5 games
Yeah.
scoring 20 or?
Yeah, well, definitely my shot has been feeling good lately, so that always helps, like, with threes. That just, like, racks up the points, I guess. But just when you pass the ball and you get your teammates open, then, like, Kiwi was hot, so then they closed in on her, and then there was so many where she just kicked right back to me, and I made the shot, so.
There's a big difference. I mean, she went with, at one time, 1 upperclassman and 4 freshmen on the floor, and there's a huge difference. But when you guys are on the bench and you're watching, I mean, you know what the purpose is. Does it get to where you almost feel like you're in a coaching position? You get frustrated to see them not excel at the same pace you are, or does it feel like you want to just, you know, coach them even more?
Well, yeah, there's like definitely those frustrations a lot of times, but we know that they're still growing and stuff. So
Do you see yourself doing that a few years ago?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Maybe worse, but.
But I mean, you know, the situation called for it perfectly, and it's nice to be able to give them that opportunity. You know, and you go on the road next week. So I mean, when you start, I don't know how you guys look at it, but you start adding it up. You go on the road, you got to have some extra rest as much as you can before you go on a road trip. So 2-0. I mean, I know you can't look ahead, look behind, whatever, but still, this is 2-0, and what is it? 10-3. That's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good jump out there. Do you feel like at 2-0 and even at 10-3, because other Big Sky teams are going to look at 10 victories and start looking at who they were against and how you played, do you feel like people are starting to notice?
Yeah, I
Or
think
do you
so.
wonder if they're starting to notice?
Yeah, I mean, we can't really do anything about what they think. We just got to keep focusing on us, and then every game, anyone can beat anyone. So we got to go on the road and get 2 wins.